Hello and welcome to Daily Reflection with Aneel Aranha. Today is the 14th of December 2019 and we're going to reflect on Matthew 17, 9-13. As they were coming down the mountain, Jesus ordered them, "Tell no one about the vision until after the Son of Man has been raised from the dead." And the disciples asked him, "Why then did the scribes say that Elijah must come first?" Jesus replied, "Elijah is indeed coming and will restore all things, but I tell you that Elijah has already come, and they did not recognize him, but they did to him whatever they pleased. So also the Son of Man is about to suffer at their hands." Then the disciples understood he was speaking to them about John the Baptist, the gospel of the Lord. How about something a little heavier than usual today? You've heard about the transfiguration, right? Matthew, Mark, and Luke describe how Jesus and three of his apostles, Peter, James, and John, go up a mountain, most likely Mount Tabor. And on the mountain, Jesus begins to shine with bright rays of light. Then the prophets Moses and Elijah appear next to him, and he speaks with them. Jesus is then called Son by a voice in the sky, obviously God the Father, and the apostles are told to listen to him. Now, if you had been a witness to a spectacle like this, you'd want to share it with everybody you meet. But on their way back to reality, Jesus tells them not to tell anyone of what they had seen. Why? Simply because everybody was expecting a political deliverer. And if these three guys went about telling everyone what they saw, the people would have pushed Jesus into fulfilling what they assumed was his agenda. They had tried to do this before. Now, that's one question that's often asked, answered. Here's the answer to another question not often asked, but one I believe is on a lot of minds. What was all that about Elijah's coming? The apostles knew that the prophet Malachi had prophesied, "See, I will send the prophet Elijah to you before that great and dreadful day of the Lord comes." The apostles knew Jesus was the Lord. Now they'd just seen Elijah, but he hadn't come before the Lord, but after him. And in reply, Jesus said, "Elijah is indeed coming and will restore all things, but I tell you, Elijah has already come." Now, that sounds like some of the riddles kids ask. He is coming, but he has already come. How is that possible? Well, let's solve this riddle, shall we? It's actually easily solved because these describe two separate appearances, not one. One has already happened. Elijah has already come in the word of John the Baptist, who ministered in Elijah's spirit and power. See Luke 1:17. That's the Elijah already has come part. As for the Elijah is gonna come, it refers to an event in the future related to the second coming of Jesus, not the first. The dark and dreadful day that Malachi spoke about was Judgment Day. It's still gonna happen. Are you ready for that day? Let's all be, shall we? God bless you.